New Year's theme confirmed to be Wrath of Dragon. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are talking about the confirmation of the Wrath of Dragon being the theme for this year's New Year's celebration on JP Dokkan, and the confirmation of a Super Saiyan 3 and Hirudegarn coming as the TURs. It does seem that this year we are returning to TURs for New Year's Dokkan Festival, which is fine, but we also currently seem to be leaning in the way of not having a shared celebration. We have no official confirmation on whether or not this will be shared on Global and JP just yet. We should know in the next couple of days when the Global Producer Letter comes out. But as such, being that it's likely we might not, many of you guys have been wondering, well, what does that mean is next for Global Dokkan? So in this video, we're going to go over what should be the course of events in the next coming months and what you should prepare for as a global player leading into what could possibly be a sync of versions later this year. So first things first, before we hop into all of that, I just wanted to point out a few things in the producer letter, right? Speaking of async, right, they did give us an update to the roadmap from previous, and the only new things that are added was the shared Carnival LR, the update to the Link skill orbs, and the update to the My Dot characters, and then a little bit of information on some future updates that are coming here, right? Like the update to the New Year's celebration, the update to the removal of chain battle, the update to the My Reward system being revamped. It's just the basic things. Nothing beyond 9th anniversary is announced, and nothing beyond 10th anniversary. All this is simply noting is that they have a plan out to 10th anniversary, although they're not really sharing much of it with us, which is fine, but it does not bode well for us global players. It's because we don't have an official confirmation on when the sync is happening. It makes it hard to judge, where we should be placing values on banners, because we could place a value on a banner and the very next month they decide to sync the versions, right? So knowing that, I mean, I know a lot of people are saying 10th anniversary, but that still seems too far out for an announcement that was made, this year. So we'll have to see how this plays out, but it does play into what we're going to talk about as global players. Like I said, they also announced in this video that they were going to end chain battle. So chain battle is no longer an event after the next one on JP. So we still got 2 more coming to global, but after that there will be no more chain battles. So that's just food for thought. The last thing, of course, is the reveal of the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn as TURs for this year's New Year's Dokkan Festival. Now, assuming they decide to go with an unsynced celebration, what does that mean for global? Well, it means the following. Number one, there's a whole lot of skip coming ahead for us global players. Unless there's a specific character that you are excited for, there isn't much in the way until we get to these guys who, if they're anything like last year's New Year's LRs, they're going to be top 1 and top 2 TURs on Dokkan at the moment of their release, just like the previous TURs, Kid Buu and Goku were when they released. So if that's something you're looking forward to, then, we got to plan accordingly. Same with if, depending on what the 9th anniversary units be in, because these guys will show up on Global about a month or 2 before anniversary, so we should keep that in mind. So first and foremost, what's next for Global? Well, the very next thing to come to Global is going to be this banner right here, the Tana Bada banner. This banner will return the LR 8th year anniversaries, as well as the LR Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku. Well, now during this time, these two will be purchasable for coins, which is mainly what this banner is used for, and this guy will also be able to be summoned, but not purchasable for coins, although there will be free tickets given out, right? Free rainbow tickets given out that you can use to summon on this banner. And who knows, some of you guys out here will probably pull this guy on rainbow tickets, but don't necessarily recommend you guys pull with your stones on this banner. Following that, the very next banner we will get on New Year's Eve, we will get a New Year's Step Up. I'm going to have a full video breaking down what I believe this is going to look like for Global here in the next week or so, but I have a feeling it's going to be vastly different. If this is an unshared celebration this New Year's for Hirudegarn and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, they're going to have to do something major with this banner to make it viable for players to summon on, new and old alike, because I would say even as a new player last year, even with some of these EZAs, it wasn't the best banner for global player. We were just entering the 2022 200% meta, so the units available to us weren't really the best, right? We didn't really start seeing the full force of the 200% leaders till probably after these guys, right? Not to say that, you know, at the time Majin Vegeta or these guys weren't bad, it just, there wasn't enough for a singular, you know, slot here. But this whole group will be moved to the second step here on Global when it happens, meaning this whole step will be the modern Dokkan Fest. So it'll be a much greater value, but even then, the LRs, they're going to have to increase the value because we haven't been getting many LRs this year since the release of the 7th year LRs. The move to Carnival LRs really shifted the balance here, and it's made, one, the LRs less frequent, but also, you know, more likely to miss, right? You know, we get 1 in a million shot to make the LRs good, and unfortunately only 1 or 2 of them have really been able to stand out in terms of yellow coin LRs this year, so something to keep in mind. Following this, we should get the first Dokkan Festival of the New Year's campaign. I doubt it'll be shared like it was in previous years, but it will most likely be in my opinion, where are they here? These guys here. Ooh. There we go. It'll most likely be these guys here, honestly. I think this will be the next banner coming to Global Dokkan during January, and I say that because they actually have a Part 2 LR. January for Global, as we saw last year with Golden Frieza, usually gets a Dokkan Fest in the beginning and then a yellow coin LR towards the end. We saw it the year before with Janemba's slot being moved into here, as well as I think that was the year we also got Super Vegeta as a Dokkan Fest during this time, and the year prior, same thing with Golden Frieza and then Jiren's slot being moved into here. So I think we're going to see the same thing. I don't think we're going to get, I mean, we could get Trunks and Omega, but I do think that, where is it? I do think that here it is. I do think that Trunks' banner is likely to remain February since he doesn't have a Part 2, and then Omega's banner will be in the Part 2 of February, since the last couple of years, Global has had a double rates in February. Ribrianne wasn't a double rates banner, and I doubt they're going to make her a double rates banner. Omega has a double rates banner. He is likely coming in February, which sucks for us global players because it means we have to wait till February for the Omega event. But it's more than likely they're going to keep the TOP androids and Ribrianne together for the month of January. That seems the likely scenario. They could switch it around, but given years prior and that double rates banner is almost always in February, I feel like this is the most likely outcome. So anticipate, if we don't share New Year's, androids being on January 5th usually is when they'll drop for us if we don't share it. So androids coming January 5th, followed by Ribrianne towards the middle of the month for Part 2. Followed by Dokkan Festival Trunks in February for the month of February, and then LR Omega's Carnival banner at the Part 2 for that portion, which will be right around Valentine's Day, leading into Gohan and Piccolo as the May pre-Saiyan Day Dokkan Festival. This seems to be the very likely outcome for the next series of events coming to Global Dokkan. This banner will lead right into the Saiyan Day banner, which will return God Goku, all these guys, the Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku, and whatever new Saiyan Day unit we get. Who knows? Maybe a new Bardock, or I don't know, something crazy. We'll see when it happens. Maybe another new Broly, but this is pretty much what to expect up through February if Global doesn't share New Year's. If Global does end up sharing New Year's, I feel like we're on the steps towards a shared New Year's and a shared anniversary as well. But if we don't end up sharing New Year's, I think that really alters the timeline tremendously to us returning to this format here. I could be wrong. I'm more than happy to be wrong. The sooner we sync, honestly, the better for Global. Most of these events are easily skippable, knowing what's on the horizon, knowing that the Saiyan Day banner is probably going to return God Goku and a lot of other good things. That's probably the next big saving point for us Global players, unless we do end up having a shared anniversary. But we'll have to see how that works out. But I wanted to make sure I get this guys out to you, because I know many of you guys were asking me, what was it gonna look like here for the next couple of months on Global Dokkan? So I wanted to make sure I got this out to you guys sooner rather than later, and since we missed the big news drop, we figured we would approach it in this manner. So anyways guys, that is the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below let me know, what are you looking forward to most next here on Global Dokkan? Me personally, y'all know this channel, we're looking forward to that Super Trunks. I'm probably going to end up skipping the TOP androids, honestly. Might do a multi or two, but honestly, I'm probably just going to hold out until Trunks shows up just before Saiyan Day. Honestly, that's probably what I'll do. So anyways guys, that's it for the video. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.